Hello, my good friends. Pleasure, always pleasure to come and converse with the facts of the world. Which world? Somebody sent me a yes button. All I have is no buttons. So if someone sent me a positive yes button.
Yes!
Yeah!
Yeah, baby!
Woo, whoa, yeah. Oh, that's good. So, either way, we got yes on one side, no on the other side. There you go. The right is always positive. Positive is always female, but that's not how this planet looks at that. Science verifies that human ancestors were frugivores. You have it in black and white. But how could you not know that? How could you not determine that by looking at a frugivore, a Homo sapien? There's no other species we fit into. There's just none. And it just all... it's that way. All right. Wow, look at this. 13th bag of GI broom. Look at this goop out. And that urine. Holy moly. We get in a lot of stuff. Yep. Threads of who knows what. Probably more mucus than anything, but you never know. Parasitically, you know. Just when you start seeing the goop out that comes out of you. Wow. I mean, it's just, some of it's like bizarre, isn't it? Some of the nasty stuff that comes out of people. All right. Let's do some Q&A. It's the only thing I really try to catch up with you guys. It's hard to catch up with you guys. All right. This is lung cancer. Oh, wow. All right. Dr. Morse, I am so blessed to have found you and your videos a few months back. I have lung cancer or lung issues after taking for pneumonia the medicine Cipro. Yeah, you know, Cipro there's a lot of fatal events tied to Cipro. I just can't believe that Cipro is still an antibiotic that's used. I just still can't believe that. It is a deadly antibiotic. And I just... You
have a phone call on line 1, Jason.
Oh, I do? Okay. Can you hit my little red button there real quick? Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Let me see. Levaquin, I know I'm familiar with Cipro. Again, here's a pharmaceutical that they refuse to remove off the market that's killed so many people and hurt. Blood clots and fatal events are high on Cipro. Killed the last person with anthrax. Remember, Cipro was the antibiotic of choice for anthrax? It's like, oh, really? And the last, I think there was 3 people involved at that. The last lady died. And immediately they changed the Cipro and said, well, Cipro, they you know, liars. I don't deal well with liars. But they were saying that, a man could get used to Cipro and it would have no effect on anthrax, so we're going to change the antibiotic. You know, this kind of corruption and this kind of mindset, you don't get a lot of this in the higher worlds, and so it's really pulling on someone that I'm just not used to so much of this amazing people willing to do that to hurt others. That's hard for me to take. You're willing to hurt others for paper, money, Federal Reserve notes, or whatever it is. I'm sure you deal with the World Bank too. So it's like, what? It's hard to chew on that one, because it's like hurting your own family, hurting God. You know, it's like I can't get with it. All right, so that abscesses my whole upper left lung and part of my upper right lung. Now I am left with 17%. Oh, wow. He's left with 17% lung function, trying to struggle to survive. Oh my God, man. I know my only hope is to detoxify and regenerate my body cells and repair the damage as best I can. That's the only hope. My life is in jeopardy if I don't get help immediately. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You immediately want to put yourself on a grape diet. 40 days would be a good one, come to my mind. If you want to add some lemon juice, okay, but I'd come on a 40-day grape fast. Now, here's the problem, though. You haven't mentioned so far removal of lung tissue. If you're just down to that capacity, then we can get that lung back and get that cleaned out of there. Now, you're going to be coughing up a lot of stuff. It's not all fun, and we want to get you before your lung starts filling up with water. If you do start filling up with fluid, you guys with lung cancers, remember, go have yourself aspirated, thoracentesis, and just have them aspirated. Don't take that as a negative. It is a negative, but we can get that to stop. You have to keep going and keep going. Jonathan, my friend Jonathan in Canada, met a lady, I believe it was him. I'm just working with several guys, but had a lung cancer that kept filling up. He kept going and going and going. Maybe this was... this was Australia. But anyway, he got her lungs to stop filling up with fluids and stuff, and they will if you keep going. Shane, I know my only hope is my life in jeopardy. They need help me. I can't eat. Have lost 10 pounds. Well, forget eating. When you do consume, you want to be able to consume just fruit, berries, and melons. That's it. That's it. And then I would put myself on a grape diet for about 40 days. Yeah, if you want to interject something here and there, okay. But forget about the weight. That's at least of your worries. You can't worry about anything else and get those lungs cleaned out. And that's detoxification. You will see it both get carried down through the lymph system. Get your kidneys filtering. Go on that dry 24-hour dry fast or 48, but get your kidneys filtering, and I do it ASAP. But however, lung cancer, a lot of it comes up this way. So you'll be coughing up some nasty, gnarly looking stuff. Last 6 weeks, I know I have got to detoxify, and I need help knowing which products to be taking. All right, so I would be on the kidney formulas. We have protocols for this. Look at the protocol video, but I'd be going after 2 kidney formulas, an adrenal formula. I'd be doing the lungs formula. I'd be sipping only 3 lung tea. All right, so it's 3 herbs in there: pleurisy root, fenugreek, and mullein. All of those are anti-inflammatory. They break up hardened sputum, mucus, and they help to eliminate, expectorate. And that's why I made that tea, to help break up these hardened lymph nodes and all this hardened masses in the body, because acids dehydrate, make hard, agglomerate, take things together and lock them down. And that's why hydration, or the alkaline side of chemistry, is essential in all of these cases. Essential. I have ordered and taken some of your products, now trying to help myself get well. Not able to eat. Now, when you get at this level, or are you seeing your body moving to this level, you really need to call and get a counselor. They're not expensive, and if you have to, we'll take care of it somehow. But you can't wait. I don't believe in waiting when you're in trouble. You get moving on, because you have to. That's the only answer to this, is to get your lymphatic system working again. That is through your kidney and skin channels, right? But you also remember that expectoration up out of the mouth is going to be a fact. If you can't eat by a mouth, then you have a feeding tube put in your stomach. Have a gastric tube put in and go in that way. But you've got to consume at least fruits, berries, and melons. And nothing else. 100% raw. We're talking about, you want to save your life. Isn't it interesting? You got to go to 100% raw, and I would get rid of the salads. You don't have time to mess with that. If you're only down to 17% lung function, holy crap. Let me see here. Now trying to help myself get well. Not able to eat. I also have ischemic colitis. Well, this is just the same system down all through you, man. The same system down. Is this male or female? Can't tell. Same system's down. So, yeah, absolutely going to have that colitis. Ischemic, though, I don't know. That's dangerous. That's when you have a blood withdrawings. You're narrowing your blood flow to these tissues. That's not good. Bleeding, that's how you finally have a heart attack or an MI, but you could have a sort of MI anywhere in the body. You stop getting blood to cells, see ya. They're taking another hike out of here. So and the lymph system is the most responsible for blocking the blood because it swells the body up, and also the nerves. You ever get tingling in the hands and down the arms? It's the back, and you get that tight stiffness, and it slams the nerve. And luckily, the blood is the last to get slammed, but it will. Bleeding of my intestines. Okay, so if you're bleeding, you want to get on the bleeding formula. It's a homeostatic formula. It'll stop internal bleeding, so it'll help you while you're on your route to healing. The one thing you would never do, what's the one food you would never do with this? Protein. Anybody, any physician that would recommend protein with ischemic colitis needs to lose their license and see you later. Go dig ditches or something for a life because you don't know how to help people. That would be the worst thing you could do to this gentleman is put him on protein. From damage caused by the medication, my stomach, I get that. That phone call we were made was dealing in the same thing. Narcotics will rip your gut up. Well, the gut is the seat of the autonomic nervous system, so then you start having anxieties and neural problems and all kinds of crap. It just gets... You can't treat. Finally, I hope man gets to the point you can't treat, and especially with pharmaceuticals, you have to start understanding causative problems. Why you have this? What are you doing that's causing this? For a physician group to not put attention on one's actions is to ignore science. So some people have called me a pseudoscientist or some names like that, and it's like, are you kidding me? I love physics and chemistry, and right on too. It's those people that don't understand those two things that play these games like that. The opposite of what you think. If you think the medical position is steeped in chemistry and physics, you're gravely mistaken. Gravely mistaken. That's not true at all. They don't understand those two sides of life. If they would, you would be recommending protein diets, you'd be recommending raw foods, looking at the magnetics of things, looking at the ratio of chemistry, the pH of chemistries. All of this is vital. Not to understand the interaction of chemistry, being a physician is beyond me. I can't even, and recommending pharmaceuticals, which are high chemicals, this is all oxymoron stuff to me. That's just a modality that got out of control. So, caused by the medication, my stomach is so queasy and nauseated constantly. Absolutely. So this is why you ought to get the stomach tea or marshmallow, slippery elm. You have to be careful what you put down there. These are very acidic type of chemistries, and they will burn your stomach right up. Again, we were talking to a lad on the phone the other day, remember, on the YouTube. Took thousands of opiates through the summer. You just fried up your autonomic. So he's just making love, sent him to the hospital. Little things can send him to the hospital. The fear when you can't take a deep breath and breathe. Serious, and that's neurological. I feel like my body organs are dying. Well, they are. I cannot survive like this, force-feeding myself. I feel as if I have parasites eating me alive from inside out. Oh. Well, that's why I say each and every one of you, our kits are deworming kits initially. And I keep with Parasite M, which is also a dewormer, actually. Parasite G is our bigger boy, but Parasite M will kill the worms. No worm on the planet likes black walnut at all. As a matter of fact, no one really likes black walnut at all. We used to bag our own herbs and do our own herbs and everything, and it's just, when you get black walnut powder, oh, it's everywhere. But, yeah, you want to deworm yourself. Please, Dr. Morse, I need your help to survive the state I am in right now, left by the medical industry. See, this is what I'm saying. We all have to wake up to the medical industry and the fallacies that industry is doing to us, and why so many people are getting hurt, and why so many die at the hands of this modality. It shouldn't be that way. You're not a healing modality if you kill people. No herbs like this, we've never killed anybody. We've never even hurt anybody. And if you take too strong of the lymphatic herbs and your liver enzymes go up, it come right back down. Or you take a glandular and your, say, TSH starts soaring, you just stop the glandular, comes right back down. You know, people freak at the littlest stuff, and let me tell you, this guy is in no little stuff. This is serious stuff here, boy. Please, Dr. Morse, I need your help to survive this. After blowing my lungs and stomach up with their atomic bomb antibiotic they gave me for double pneumonia, has always killed me. Yeah, you know, you're just learning lessons here, bad learning lessons, but they're still learning lessons, never the same. So we need to learn them.
Yes.
Okay? And we need to stay away from people that hurt us.
Yes.
I have never been sick in my life. Never always been really health. Never always been really health. Got a respiratory infection. Well, there you go. Just shows you have congestion in there. That's all it is. And this is all congestion. You don't allow congestion to come out, that's your next mass. I mean, imagine a big... See what some of you guys are getting out of yourselves? Ask yourself, where was that? And what tissue did it come out of? You know, when you see some of the gnarliest stuff that you come up, spitting up brown and black mucus, necrotic smelling, dead stuff, you know, you're getting out some nasty stuff. And where is this stuff? And in this case, this is all around interstitial in the lungs and all of this. And even though you might not hear it with the stethoscope, it's interstitial. Don't take long for interstitial to purge into the chambers. Got respiratory infection, and Doc gave me Cipro. Like I said, Cipro is a bad boy. Again, fatal events, big time. Cipro is horrible, and I just can't believe the FDA and I'm struggling to survive. I need help with my lungs and my stomach, intestinal issues. I also have nerve-ending damage, severe. I'm sure the antibiotic, but they'll heal. But you got to get up on the high fruit level, fruits, berries, and melons for the nerve system to heal, because you damage your stomach with these. So that has to heal too. The neurological system has to heal. The antibiotics almost killed me. Left to exist, not to live. They stole my mobility, almost cost me my life, literally. The damage they caused. Please, Dr. Morse, I need your help. I get it. If I am to survive, you are. You want me to call him in front of you guys? Please call me. I also have a brother that just found out he has lung cancer. Well, you got some genetic weaknesses going on in the lung tissue then. You want me to call him up? I'll try. Also, needing to get me and him on your protocols. Need your help, please call. Really overwhelmed, would like to have coaching if possible. Get to your clinic for help. God bless you, Dr. Morrison. Guy's in serious trouble here. Orthodox ways that are killing us. I am a victim of their vicious system. Profit before people's life. No kidding. Sincerely, Carla. This is a female. Jesus. Phew. P.S. I am almost as bad off with intestinal issues as Hildy. I need help now, please. Whatever I need to do. Woo. Excuse me. Let's try. I don't know if you're out of country. Huh, that sounds weird. I'll bet this isn't a... Hello? It's ringing. Let's see if she'll answer. See how she is there. It's a pretty bad case.
Thanks for calling.
sorry that I missed your call, but if you will leave me a message, I will call you back as soon as possible. Thank you very much, and God bless. Have a great day.
After you leave a message, you can modify it by pressing pound.
Hello, Carla. This is Dr. Morse calling you. Got your letter. We're live on YouTube right now, but we'll help you for sure. You know that. But you need to get on 100% fruit right now, berries and melons only. I put myself on a 40-day grape fast. You can start with the green ones a little bit and go into the darker ones, but you need to get on a 100% raw food diet. And then call in here and have someone get you a protocol going, or touch with a counselor here and get yourself done here. Because you need to get on a protocol for the kidneys, get rid of these parasites. I was just reading your case on live on YouTube, and we get it. Cipro is a very deadly antibiotic. You're lucky you're still alive. Cipro has killed a lot of people before. I hate Cipro. I talk about it all the time on YouTube, how bad it is, and they still have it. So, my dear one, give us a call here at the clinic, and they'll help you, sweetheart. All right? Bye-bye, honey. We almost had one. All right, so what I'm going to do is just read a few of these, and then I want to get this up for her on YouTube. Again, for this is Jacqueline. Good morning, Dr. Morse. It is good morning. It is. It's good. I came across your YouTube videos quite recently. You are awesome, by the way. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. While trying to understand a healthier way of life, though I was doing many of the right things. Good, good. Forgive me here. I get a little emotional sometimes, but tough world. Too many suffering people. Overwhelming. I have a diffuse large B-cell non-Hodgkin's. I came across, let me see here. Let me start from the beginning. My name is Jacqueline, and I live in Ontario, Canada. When I was 48, 2010. Oh, so you're 54. I was feeling so good, trying to eat healthy, going to the gym. I felt stronger than ever. I rarely would take medication, even for headaches. Would rather grin and bear it. I'm the same way. Same way. Later that year, I was diagnosed with low-grade lymphoma. Wow, look at that. The protocol for me was wait and see. I keep showing this one, but this was also a wait and see. That's a breast tumor. The whole chest wall almost. Yeah, we'll just wait and watch it. You don't hear that from me ever. You know, when your lymph system's down, you got to dig on it, because if you don't dig on it, it's going to dig on you. That's the bottom line to that one. Whew. The protocol for me was wait and see. Quarterly, I would get blood tests. Everything was stable. The beginning of 2016, I have a cough in which I couldn't shake. By August 3rd, my blood work showed my white blood cells were considerably down. Boy, I don't like that one. You know, it's better to have white blood cells high than low. I had to do a CT scan that showed an 11 centimeter mass between my lung and heart. Oh, 11 centimeter, huh? That's pretty big. On August 20th, I had another CT scan scheduled biopsy in which they accidentally nicked a vein or artery. I needed an emergency, oh my God, sternectomy for this to be repaired. 2 weeks later, I started my chemo protocol. 6 sessions, 3 weeks apart. Complications. Due to chemical, were first session, mouth sores. Well, it's acidic, extremely acidic. So you're going to stop seeing everything that's acidic come out. Second session, shingles. Yeah, so you got herpes, but, you know, probably from smallpox. But that's all it did. It got you so acidic that it brought out these virals. They were extremely painful, I bet. I needed the stuff to take for it. Also, this other kind of chemical. And painkiller, hydromorphone. Never heard of that one. Up to 9 milligrams as needed. Third session, nothing really. I was still in a lot of discomfort from the shingles. Fourth, fifth, and sixth sessions, I was hospitalized for fever, low blood pressure, extremely low white blood cells. You see what gets you is that when you have low white blood cells or low anything, it's from acidosis, destroying respective tissue, spleen, or bone marrow. So they give you even a hotter acid still, thinking, what? We're going to shrink the tumor. What are you going to do with the bone marrow and spleen? With the white blood cells. You're going to sink them. This is how they kill people. It's just an oxymoron big time here. This, sick stuff. But when you up for chemo, it's better if you try to find someone out there. For one of the stays at the hospital, I even needed a blood transfusion. I bet. December 29th, 2016. That was just here a few months ago. I finished my last session. I'm still on 400 milligrams times 1 of I don't know how you pronounce that, so I don't relapse with shingles and still in some pain. So you're on a suppressor, like a steroid suppressor or something. I started to look on YouTube for the way to boost my immune system, and that's when I came across your videos. I know I have to detox, but what is safe for me? You know what's safe for you? Pedal to the metal. Forget about what's safe. In detoxification, at your level, you want to jump in full bore. All feet, all hands, full bore. Who cares? Because you're in trouble. You chose to do the chemo. Now, you've damaged a lot of cells with the chemo, and it's still probably in you, damaging as you speak. So, you've got that damage to deal with now, too. Because taking chemo just to reduce a tumor, because it doesn't get rid of them. I would appreciate if you can give me a program in which I can follow what to take and when to take it and whatever else I need to know. For a complete protocol, you have to either write in and I'll write you a 14-week protocol, or you have to go through the clinic and touch with one of the counselors, because that's how we stay in business. We have to stay in business to help people. And so that's how we stay in business. I did a video with protocols, and I gave you guys so many protocols there you can use. So get to that video. But you know what system you have to deal with? The lymphatic system. This is lymphomas. And you want to hit that lymph system. And I say the same thing as the lung cancer here. Put yourself on a 40-day grape fast. Who cares? These are the most superior foods on the planet energetically and chemically. So you're not starving. You're eating the most superior foods on the planet. They just happen to be great foods of astringents and hydrations and everything else. So good stuff to go on here. You're always going to have 2 kidneys. You're going to go after the endocrine glands, the adrenals. You're going to go after the GI. You're going after everything. You're going to open your doors like you've never opened them before, no matter how strict you see it. Remember, we are frugivores. Remember that? Science verifies the human ancestors were frugivores. You're just going back being what you should be in the first place. So it's not like it's an austere move. And whatever to do. I've been blending green drinks and some fruit drinks and eating more fruit. Come on, get it up there. Forget the green drinks. I mean, you're in trouble here. Get out of trouble. Can you tell me what herbs I need to buy from your store and links to your store? Well, we have a club. It's a private health club. We do have a pharmacy in the private health club. So you want to get into that, just call up the club. The area code's 941-766-8068. Then just call up the club. And they'll put you to Pat, Marcy, or Attila. These guys are cleaning up people like you all day long, guys. All day long. I've been, let me see what else. Can you, right, I want to do this right. I have no clue. Is there a book with instructions? Absolutely. My oncologist wants me to take Ritxan for 2 years, every 3 months for 2 years. You know what? Oncologists are killers. These guys have no emotions. These guys are killers. And they're backed up with it emotionally. They don't care. I have talked to so many female oncologists me you got that kind of attitude as a female oncologist? Because like I said before, when the females go down, everything goes down. The female is the love side of life. It is the stabilization side of life. Man is an acid. So when a woman goes bad, that's not good. That's all hope is lost then, because the women should be the stability of the rock of our people, and men got to get with that. So yeah. Oh, this is the same one. This is the same one, just repeated here. Okay. All right. But now here we've got 2 cancer cases right here. So what we have is 2 lymphatic problems, don't we? Major. Doesn't matter what tissues that it's involved, whether it's burning up your bone marrow, your spleen. And in her case, she's losing her white blood cells. It's going to be bone marrow or spleen. You give someone chemotherapy with bone marrow problems, you'll eliminate their bone marrow. Remember I told you a long time ago I had a case where they couldn't find any bone marrow in this young man anymore. They destroyed it. So he had every other day, I think it was blood transfusions. I mean, it was amazing what they put this young man through. I really helped this guy tremendously. But then he left me after a couple of months. I didn't even know what happened to him. But I got his blood transfusions once a month. I mean, everything was coming up good, so I don't know. It's enough to say that when you wake up with a diagnosis of a tumor, swelling, lymph node swelling, you want to go right now, and go right after that lymph system. Well, the lymph system uses the kidneys to remove interstitial metabolitic waste. It also uses the skin. But if those 2 avenues are closed, it'll use your nose, it'll use your ears, it'll use the vaginal canal, it'll use your belly button, you get gook out. It'll use your dandruff, which is skin, of course. But in both these cases, you need to be on 100% raw, nothing less. And you need to be on fruits, berries, and melons, particularly grape fast. You're working with your clients and they've got the C word, put them on a 40-day grape fast. Who cares how long it is? If they do 20, great. But you really want to go after this. And they need to know the level. Herb-wise, you're going after that system. You know you're going after the kidneys. You're going after the adrenal glands that controls the kidneys. You're going after the lymph system itself. Most of these herbs are lymph busters or tumor busters. They're high astringent herbs. And then you've got the GI tract to deal with. You've got the rest of the endocrine glands to deal with. You want to deal with all those phases. If you have a liver gallbladder or pancreas, you want to deal with that while you're doing this. If you're lung, you want to get on the lung formula. Sipping. You don't want to. Another thing you don't want to do is overdrink water, especially in lung cancers or anything like that. When you're highly acidic, you'll get edema from this. Well, edema will kill you. So you really want to be careful how you back yourself away from what you've created. And you all created this. You're just backing yourself away. And it's important that we know that we did create this. Because if you buy into the medical thinking, it's a good way to take the responsibility out of your hands, but you also take your life out of your hands and put it in someone else's hands that don't have a clue. Be glad to give you a toxic chemical. Talking about selling product. Holy crap. So, be careful with that. Oh, this is from Blue. Herbal teas. Well, I don't know if you got my first email. If not, hey, computers on the send button. Oh, well, I mixed 2 different types of teas. One, the first is an immune system booster, and the second one is a stronger tea that is for antioxidant super tea. Well, let's just say they both did their jobs, and the bad part was I do security overnight with no restroom. Oh, what did you mix? Yeah, you got to be careful about the type of herbs you mix, because being a security guard with no bathroom and you mix the wrong kind of herbs, yeah, you might be hiding behind cars and stuff like that. Yeah, that's sad. Wow, that's not good. Oh my God. A security guard overnight too, poor soul. That's night work. The nearest restroom is 25 to 35 minutes out. Oh my God. Well, I drank the teas and went to work that night. Never again will I do that. They both cleaned my insides out very well. And in record time, because I got pulled over and a ticket for that little, oh, so that you know, just told him, hey man, I'm on herbs and I gotta go. You should have given you a ticket for that, stupid cop. I mean, you know, there's just, oh, so many of them are about that. Ugh. Oh, lots of love. So that's my mistake. Well, hope you get this email. Thanks for the education on fruits and herb teas and informing everyone that the gold dust is just dust, nothing more. Do not take nor buy anything that says monogold. I never heard of that. Monogold, anything. It's a scam. Wow. Had it investigated by the FDA as well as the FTA. Fraud in all was possible. Thanks, Big Blue. You know, that's another thing. It makes you sick to your stomach how much fraud and deceit's out there. And that's on our side, you know, where there was a couple of vitamin manufacturers down here selling products and stuff, and they don't put the ingredients on the bottles and stuff. And, you know, there's that stuff out there, but that pales in comparison to what pharmaceuticals are doing to people. Pales. But still, I don't like sham artists either, and so it gives us all a bad name because people have sometimes a bad name about herbs and they just don't realize. It's understanding what herbs are good for what, and a good learning lesson. You know, I've taught classes since I was 20 years old, and I can tell you that I used to hand out 25 herbs, and I used to tell my class students here, take these 25 herbs, look them up, study them, buy them, taste them, get used to them, get the good understanding, even if you just took 10 herbs at a time. You take 10 herbs, you get used to them, look at one of our bottles, what herbs I'm using, read about them, study about them, buy the individual herbs, taste them, see what they taste like, get a good understanding about them, what they're for. If they're purgatives, I'd be careful if there's no bathrooms around. I don't use laxatives in my formulas. I have Cascara Sagrada, but that's not a real big laxative. Not like what people have heard of. There's a lot of misinformation out there. I do have some aloe in our number 5, but I don't use buckthorn and some of the real purgatives because it's just what happened to this poor lad. He's just no bathroom and he had to go, so I felt sorry for him. That's yeah. But if you don't have money for formulas, teas are a good way to go. But make sure your teas are formulated right, because there are a lot of rip-off people out there, unfortunately. So you really want some good herbal formulas. Taste ours, get a good example of what 1 to 4 concentrates are, get a good idea of the power of them, and then go check others, because you want something halfway comparable. I don't think that you can find that on the market. You might get MediHerb, but they blow dry, and you get 1 to 1 to 1 to 2, but you're taking it up into another realm, and they're $50, 40 some bucks for a little ounce bottle. So, you can get too far out. Don't think it's necessary. Matter of fact, if I could, just eat the herbs raw. But you want to be careful. Herbs will kick your hiney. I'm telling you, there's herbs out there that will put you down. There's no question about it. God made some strong stuff. But that's where our education, we have 5,000 years of herbal use. We don't have 5,000 years of pharmaceutical use. We have 5,000 years, maybe more than that now, of herbal use. You can't hardly say anything, FDA. We have 5,000 years of that, both in India and China. So I do feel for you. Mono gold, huh? It seems that rings a bell, but it doesn't come to my mind. Mono gold anything. I don't know. Sad. But be careful, You want some kidney herbs and some teas like our Heal All tea. I only have 1 herb in there. It's not a purgative. It's an herb plantain that draws, but everything else is anti-inflammatory and healing. But if you're going to take some purgative herbs, be careful. Oh, what's this one? Tochi. Forgive me, I can't pronounce. I don't want to pronounce it and be wrong. Hello, Dr. Morse. I just want to say you are amazing. Oh, I love you, honey. My name is Chioma. Chioma. I have been diagnosed with hyperthyroidism and Graves' disease. I have been on carbamazole, something like that, and I am not getting any better. Well, why would you? You know, you can't take a pharmaceutical and get better. I mean, it can control symptoms to where you feel a little better. And I have watched some of your videos, and a lot talks about eating more fruits and taking herbs. I stay in Nigeria. Please, could you kindly advise on what fruits in particular I could take and how I could get the herbs? Also, I would appreciate it if you could tell me if I should go on a juice fast or just cut out gluten, dairy, and caffeine. I know that you are a very busy person and I appreciate your time. Oh, thanks. Well, here's the thing. When you have hyper anything, most of the time it's on the acid side of chemistry. It's hyperstimulating the tissue. You have inflammation, or acidosis is a more apt word, and you're hyperstimulating this. Now, this hyperthyroidism could even be coming from the pituitary. You could have a hyperstimulated pituitary from bowel inflammation, from sinus congestion, acidosis. Acidosis initially can hyperstimulate tissue. We use nitrogen-type chemistry for stimulants, like fertilizers for trees and stuff like this. So that's what acidifies the trees and stuff, by using high nitrogen and acidic fertilizers. The problem with that is that it unbalances body chemistry, of course, and to deal with a hyperthyroidism, there is nothing you want to take for the thyroid gland. They can call it Graves or whatever they want, but hyperthyroidism is easy to deal with, and it is pure detoxification. You want to get on your kidneys, your adrenal formulas, your GI tract, clean that up, and go on a fruit diet and start cleaning your body out. And that hyperactivity will come right down. You do not want them to cut part of it out to do a thyroidectomy. That's all stupid stuff. It's not difficult to get hyperactivity out of the human body, and detoxification is the only way to do it. Besides taking suppressive herbs, you do not want to do that. Or suppressive pharmaceuticals, you don't want to do that. That's not in the order of things and could lead you into some more serious problems. You don't want to look to pharmaceuticals for your remedy because there is no remedy. They control, they suppress mostly, very few expectorants, Mucinex, but very few true expectorants on the market. Most of them are steroidal type suppressants. And they know that. They know expectoration. So that's what I would do. I would hit in a raw food diet, go 100% raw, get on fruits, berries, and melons, detoxify my lymph system, go after my kidneys, my adrenals, go after the GI tract, and then when you get that down, go after your endocrine glands and stuff. Get an upper circulating nerve just for the fun of it. Get up in the head area. Take a picture of your eyes and see what might be causing that. Is it the thyroid itself or is it the pituitary? But hyperactivity generally falls under an acid or some type of sky. Did you take iodine, isolate of iodine? That also can hyperstimulate the thyroid gland. So all these things, you don't take anything like that for the thyroid. You detoxify yourself. You don't even take glandulars for the thyroid. You take nothing, or you'll send yourself up to Hellville. Yelena. Hello? Hello, Doc. My name is Yelena. My 9-year-old son has been diagnosed with holy moly. There's no way I can pronounce that. Rhabdomyosarcoma. Well, part of this is the abdominal areas, part of this is the muscle of the abdominal area, and part of this is sarcoma. So it's dealing with the abdominal muscle, sarcoma, stage 1 cancer, yeah. But RH. Let's call it rhabdominal myrocarcinoma. stage 1 cancer. What diet or herbs would you recommend to order for him? Also, I have eczema on my hands. Which herbs would you suggest ordering? Thank you. Your 9-year-old son was diagnosed with this. You know, what is amazing to me is now, I mean, what is the medical doctors doing to your son? That's what's scary here. Well, same thing. You've got to get after the kidneys and the adrenal glands, and of course at 9 years old, you know what's down. For anybody to suggest that a 9-year-old has good kidneys and adrenal glands would be insane. A messed up lymph system would be probably appropriate. Of course, look at the mother. The mother's got psoriasis or eczema on the hands and stuff, so that shows her lymph system is really backed up. Well, then here's her son coming out of her with a backed up lymph system, and this is what you get. Well, you want to go. It doesn't matter the location. Doesn't matter what tissue that you're dealing with, whether it's muscle or marrow tissue of any type. It doesn't matter what organs or glands. It doesn't matter. It is simply acids breaking down cells, and you have to deal with the acids breaking down cells. Well, which system in your body is the acid system? It deals with the acid metabolitic waste. Remember, these are 3 pH. You're blowing back on your own tissues with their own waste. So you've got to get these kidneys filtering. Look at your lungy lad, 9 years old. His kidneys aren't filtering at 9 years old. Shouldn't be. Not with what's going on in today's world with that. So you want to go. This young man should be on fruits, berries, and melons only. Get those kidneys filtering. Go after the GI tract. I would put your son on brain and nerve formulas. 9 years old. You might want to go after that. But you want to go after his kidneys and get them filtering. Same with you. Same exactly thing with you. You're going after his lymphatic system for the cancer, and you're going after yours because that's the system that's down. Anything autoimmune is lymphatic. Anything the doctor calls autoimmune, medical doctors, you just count on as lymphatic. So you both have lymphatic problems. You might want to get a counselor here to work with you and your child. I don't know what you're doing with the medical community and that side of that, but shouldn't be difficult to take care of your son here. You know, but you want to get him on a fruit diet right now. Right now. Don't wait. You too. Get your lymphatic systems cleaned out. Very important. Or this son of yours could go down a hell road real bad here. This is not good. So you really want to get involved there. Look at our a video on protocols. If not, you know, when you have a cancer case, just for a month or something, get a counselor. That's nothing. A couple $100 at the most, or something like that. You know, even an hour appointment, whatever you need to get your feet on the path, do it, because it'll help you immensely, and you'll feel like you're connected with people that'll help you. But we have, it isn't Raw Figs, they have a lot of stuff there, but the lot of the Artie sites, we'll put them up there, should be up there too. People that are willing to help you. It's our alumni of our classes and stuff, and people really willing to help. And these guys are loaded with knowledge, they're working with people around the world, and so this is what we want. You know, to get these people cleaned up and get an awareness out there where we can start getting these mothers cleaned up before they have their children.
Well, yes.
Now, now's our time here. I have to get scooting. I'll read this last one and we'll get to scooting. You know, how about I just take this off after this and get this up, because it's a short one, but you got a couple of serious cases here we need to get out here, and it's probably old stuff here. I've had this on my desk for a while, so scary stuff here. Marshall 3231, back pain. I'm a male, 53 years young, vegan for 20 years. That's pretty damn good. I think I'm a good weight for my height. I thought I was in pretty good shape, but my lower back has been getting worse. Remember, lower back. Starting at L4, L5, kidneys, and as you work down, you're working down. Prostate, bladder, all of that, or females, uterus, bone, all in that lower back houses all your lower tissues. So you start with the lower back with the kidneys. So pee in a jar, man, and see if you're filtering. If it's clear, you're not filtering, that's going to have a blowback to the L4, L5 area, and if the bladder, on down to the coccyx. To fix that, though, you have to fix the kidneys because it's a blowback. You can't just try to fix the inflammation of the spine because that's the system that's down, is the lymphatic system, and the kidneys are at the heart of that. And your back is telling you that. It's telling you the exact vertebrae and the exact tissues involved, because each vertebrae is related to different tissues in the body. So this is just telling you where your problems are in the body. I have to do a squat to get low enough to brush my teeth and wash my face in the morning. You have to squat? Used to be that if I stood too long, oh, I get it, I would start to hurt. Well, you either got compression or your bulging disc or whatever. Yeah, you want to take care of this. Used to be that, okay. Then it was if I sat too long. Now it's all the time. Wow. To fix these sort of things, you have to be 100% raw. You just don't want to play around with foods because, yeah, you might have desires. Put the desire to the side for a minute and weigh, is my desire for junk and meat and the acidic foods outweigh my back?
No.
Go on the diet, 100% raw, knock this out of the park, get the kidneys fixed and filtering. That'll take a reprieve. If you have bulging disc, it'll go down, it'll fix it all real nice for you. But I want you to also think about parathyroid and things like this and the repairing of any vertebrae that's been damaged with these acids. And it's pretty painful. Bought an expensive foam bed, was supposed to help, does nothing. I'm wearing, you know what? You're probably pretty inflamed there. You could be sitting on top of a disc. You could have compression there. Sometimes if you get real bad, a surgeon is the quickest way because it could take years to fix some of this stuff if your body is that bad. I don't know. So you want to take a look at this. It's your suffering. I'm wearing Obus foam back support, taking plant-based glucosamine. Yeah, I want to be real careful with glucosamine. It is a sulfur derivative, and I do not like glucosamine or chondroitin. No. They'll sulfur you up. I do not like it. They only treat, they mask, they do not cure in any way. I think I was telling you about this opera singer in the UK that I have, famous lady, retired now. She called up, been one of our clients' moms, and she had been on glucosamine for 10 years. I said, you've been on glucosamine for 10 years? Why you want it? She said, to rebuild my cartilage in my knee and all that. I said, glucosamine doesn't rebuild anything. Matter of fact, the FDA came down on that because of the claims that were being made. So now it's helped in the symptoms of. But I asked her, I said, okay, so you're taking this to rebuild your joints. How many years do you think you should be taking this to rebuild your joints if it does what it's supposed to be doing? You think 10 years is long enough? And it just got her. She just realized, oh yeah, I've been taking this with no help. Because once she comes off of it, the pain comes roaring back. That's a steroid type effect where you suppress with that chemical. When you come off of it, it comes roaring back. That is one you don't want to take. Better to live through your problems taking more anti-inflammatories herbal-wise to help that way, as opposed to doing it that way. Much better. I tried some stretching, yoga moves, made it worse. Yeah, it sounds like you got compression or you got disc on top of disc. That's tough. That's real tough to deal with. You got to be 100% raw, go after the endocrine glands, go after the parathyroid. You might want to have this fixed and then go after your body a little bit because yours sounds like you're getting down. If you're going to rub a cream on that, rub our burn salve on there because that's healing, high calcium formula, very healing antacid formula. It'll help take the inflammation out, maybe reduce the swelling of the vertebrae. So you can rub that salve on your back. But you want to go after the kidneys, get them filtering, go after the adrenals. I'd be doing some dry fasting. Experimented with all kinds of pain relief creams. Yeah, they never work. Especially when you've got compression or you're sitting down on it. You're in trouble when you get that. I've tried hot baths with salt baths on the worst. No, I break down and take an Advil or two. Yeah, I get it. I've been out of work for 2 years. Yeah, you might want to have this. Have you had it looked at? I try to advertise for services, but no one calls, and if they do, they expect me less cost. I apply for work weekly. But now fear that if I get a job, I wouldn't be able to do it. See, that's the problem. You've got a back problem that's not going to allow you to work anywhere. And you're going to keep making that back worse. So you've got to stop and somehow in your situation find somebody to help you or whatever. But you got to get 100% raw. Like I said, fix the kidneys and all that. The adrenals get you more steroids going. Very helpful. You can use salves over the spine. But again, don't expect miracles. Especially if you're bone on bone there. You got a little bit going there. That's tough. Could take you a long time to rebuild that. Sometimes you have situations, and I'm not opposed to good surgeons, sometimes you get a situation where it's better to have a surgeon fix this and then you go back in and take time to fix it the right way. Your body will take care of all that. But, I mean, some of this is really, really bad, and nerve damage can happen in the lower back, and that's not good either. So you want to be careful. You know, balance is a vital thing to have in life. I know some people go way out there austerely and really take off that way, but balance. And sometimes we need that field because all these people got us this way. The medical field has been promoting the American Dietetics Association and their lifestyles of food, so they all talked us all into these things. They got all these humans into these type of situations. So now you've got to find the truth of life and fix it. And that's just what you're doing right now. My savings are dwindling, which adds to depression. Adds to depression, huh? Sounds like we got a little parathyroid there. You want to remember parathyroid. If you need help, bro, you got to write in. Get a hold of the clinic here, maybe, and just talk to them a little bit about this. Who's going to hire a 53-year-old man that has a hard time working? Let them know. You're right on. You're right on. And this gentleman brings up a real important thing about why it's important to maintain your health. Because you get up in the 50s and 60s and you're facing to have to work. You know, these are the times you shouldn't have to work. Time to fix the body. And a lot of people work hard. I've had a life of hard work. I've always worked hard in everything I've done. I haven't always been behind a desk. That's not where I've lived. So I beat up my body pretty bad, you know. From when I was a little baby, we had farms and stuff. You don't get breaks when you're children on farms and people that were my family. You don't have breaks. You go out and you work as a baby. Yeah, nobody's free of that. You've got 4-year-olds working out all the time. Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't get breaks like that. I sometimes wonder why Amish have so many kids to run the farms. Now the farms are going down so much, there's too many kids. So you got a lot of Amish people living in mobile homes and things like that. Sad stuff. Forgot to mention that right now it's in the lower back, but I've also had upper back pain, so bad I could not turn in bed at the bottom of the shoulder blades. Yeah, I mean, this is all lymphatic stuff. You want to go after your 100% raw. And this is a case where I'd probably add in some green drinks, particularly parsley, dandelion greens, spinach, a little beet, and really go after rebuilding the body. I'd be on the Bones formula, 2 or 3 capsules 3 times a day. I'd be on the parathyroid for at least 1 month, 2, 3 times a day. Parathyroid, if you have a pituitary, I'd go after that. You have to look at your eyes. It's hard for me to see you guys when I don't see the eyes. And, you know, too complicated to have too many eyes here. But if I can teach you how to read your own. So, pretty good here. But this is a case where you want to be 100% raw. Fruits, berries, and melons with some green drinks maybe. I'd stay away from the acid fruits a little bit. That could exacerbate pain a little bit, so I'd stay away from the grapefruits and the lemons and all the more acid fruits. Oranges, if they're not totally ripe picked, they're not sweet as honey. Now use salves on your back, and you could work on your neurolymphatic points. Obviously, you've been to a chiropractor, taken pictures to see what's up with your back. But if you don't have any money whatsoever, you can call in here and tell them your situation and see if there's any herbs back on the shelf back there that they can give you. But you want to take care of yourself here. That's not good. Okay, and sometimes, don't get mad at me, but sometimes, guys, surgery is essential. That's why I've always said I love a good surgeon. I had to have surgery, fell off a telephone pole way up, and way up by the bag. And I came down, broke my kneecap. They had to take it off and drill it and mess with it. So I said, thank you, good surgeon. But when you're playing GP and you're playing like you can treat diseases and things, wrong. Medical is emergency medicine and surgery, in my opinion. It's about it. Anyway, love you guys. And thanks for the yes button. Whoever sent me this yes button, I love it.
Yes. Yes.
I love it. I'm not so much a no guy. I like the positive side. So, love you guys. I'll get right back trying to catch up with some of these videos, but there's so much going on, of course, but fun stuff. This class is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun class. Getting ready to go look at this guy's farm down here in Punta Gorda. He's got a raw, raising a lot of fruit and stuff, so we're going to go look at that. Exciting stuff. We're planning more and more for this big seminar. Oh, you guys want a big seminar? Let's put on a big seminar. Let's have some fun together. Let's all meet each other at a big seminar. We have an art room. We have creative arts. Maybe we can get a lot of our musician friends to come play some good music for us and stuff like that. Fun stuff. Love you guys. You take care of yourselves. And if you fall off the wagon, put yourself back on. Who cares? Don't look to the past. Be in the now. Live in this present moment. The past is already gone. It doesn't matter. The future is what you make now. And you don't have to worry about the future because that keeps you in time. So always live in the present moment. Enjoy the moment. Take care of yourselves well. All right? Love you guys.